how did you get involved with Pretty Ricky? How did that happen?
Oh man, it was just it was just one of them situations. Where Crave had we had a bunch of success happening. Getting some acknowledgments. The mayor had gave us a proclamation. Every year, July 21st was just passed. It's Crave Day and Main Street Entertainment Day in Pittsburgh. Um, just getting the key to the city. The mayor gave us the key to the city as well. Um, just getting a lot of a love and just doing a lot of work around the city, getting our songs played. I had ended up writing a song called "Ask for It by Name," and that song had blew up. It had like took over as far as it was like a cult classic, like a local hit. And people still to this day come up to me like, "Yo, Ask for It by Name, Ask for It by Name, it's a jam." Um, and Pretty Ricky had came to town one year. I think it was around 2006 or so, 2007, and they were on tour. It was them and Trey Songz, and it was like this snowball tour. It was like a winter tour thing. I was them. Black Butterfly was with them too. And they came out, and they every time they go to a radio station in any city, they ask who's the hottest local artist. That's how they either find talent or sign talent. You know what I mean? And they asked about us. They asked about, and actually the DJ put it on to them. Was like, yo, you got to hear this local group. They got a song called "Ask for It by Name." Shout out to DJ Code Red. He was the one to put them on to us. And they heard the song. They was like, yo, the boys dope. Tell them to get down here ASAP. And once we got down there, they gave us the opportunity to actually open up for them that night, to give us that kind of love and that kind of look in our city when we were popping and bubbling. You know what I'm saying? To be able to open up for like one of the hottest new groups out. You know what I'm saying? Hottest new artist, Trey Songz. I mean, that was a great look for us in the city. Crave, got shown some love. We did a show down at Carnegie Music Hall in Oakland. Packed house. I mean, it was like a show that I'd never seen before. Pretty Ricky lit the whole stage up. It was banana, straight pandemonium, and they gave Crave a great look.
Wow.
Yeah. We started recording the album, and the album was really dope. We were getting ready to get pitched heavy to Atlantic Records. The deal was right there on the table. Was actually pitched. The actual deal was actually offered. You know what I mean? So, but few things here happen there, happen there. Already know how the music industry is. There's always a story about this or that, but kind of like make the story kind of succinct. Yeah, Crave definitely had a legit opportunity to get signed to Atlantic Records through Blue Star Records with Pretty Ricky, but we ended up getting shelved for another group that they had on deck called Buttercream. So it was kind of a business situation that kind of went a different way. Once Crave was shelved, that was their opportunity to pull me out of the group and start me on the path of being a solo artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were going solo for some time. How did that come about?
Well, that was the original plan. I remember being at work one day, and I got a call on my cell, and I was just like, oh snap, I had to take this. You know what I mean? And they had hit me up because we had did a photo shoot right up here in Pittsburgh. We wanted to give them something to kind of just let them know that we're still working and we're still keeping focus and all that. So I remember I had gotten in super shape, man, and I had lost a bunch of weight, and everybody was like, "Yo, we gotta get this photo shoot done." Did the photo shoot, sent them the pictures, and that's when I got the call, and it was just like, "Yo," because my boy was already down there. My boy Ambition was down there. He was already getting a chance and opportunity to be the lead singer for Pretty Ricky. And he called me. He was like, "Yo, these dudes just had like a 2-hour meeting about these pictures that they just sent, that y'all just sent." He was like, "Yo, they going crazy over you right now. Like, yo, man, just stay focused." So they hit me up and gave me an ultimatum. So basically, their ultimatum was, I could stay up in Pittsburgh, keep grinding with Pretty Ricky, but they wanted me as a solo artist. They wanted to pull me from the group and had me come down and start working on my solo career. So, I had a meeting with Crave, that day. You know what I mean? Shout out to Black Seas for being on the meeting call. Him and Big D sat down with me and Crave and kind of explained the situation and what we're getting ready to do. And it was kind of the precursor to me leaving the group and getting ready to head down to Florida to pursue my solo career, which was tough, bittersweet decision to make. But I had to make that decision. I felt at the time it was for the betterment of my group, for our, the betterment of our history, all of that. So I ended up, departing from the group and went down to Florida and started, the journey.
How was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
at that time?
yeah. It was tough. It was a rough time. It wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? We had got used to each other as far as being in a group and being a brotherhood. We wanted to continue that, but sometimes change is not an easy thing to deal with. There were some tough feelings. Um, Communication could have been better, but we did what we did. I definitely tried to stay as cool and as close as possible, but especially when you're kind of in a situation where you're moving and you got to make changes and keep pushing and deliver. It gets kind of rough sometimes when you're dealing with your friends, and I'm quite sure that they wanted to be right down there with me, keep pushing and being a part of the music industry. I know that they wanted to be, and like I said, it was a real tough situation, but our friendship outlasted a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my boys, for my group Crave. You know what I'm saying? We're still brothers to this day. But it was challenging times, not easy.
Yeah, that's definitely important. That type of bond. Having that, being able to last over a lifetime. So glad to hear that, because it's not always like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's rough. It's rough, man. This industry is rough on people. This period is rough on artists, especially black artists. We go through it. Like Michael X said. You know what I'm saying? When the world gets cold, we get the flu.
Hmm.
So you know, it's not easy.
What was probably one of the biggest things that you probably seen learning from Malcolm X?
Um, I mean, I think one of the biggest things I learned from Malcolm was just self education. I mean, he kind of took the whole idea that Marcus Garvey kind of introduced to us, self education, and just ran with that. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have to go to a major university to be able to break down the English language, break down the English history, the U.S. history, and be able to make sense of our position here in the United States as Black Americans. I think Malcolm X was really, really influential. I mean, he showed and displayed a lot of bravery. Um, he ended up darn near being alone at the, all the way to the very end, but he still stood on his principles, and he was just a solid, solid man. I mean, it was a great example of a man. Just period.